What's good, everybody? It's your boy Smooth AQ, aka Who's Smoother Than Me, aka Nobody. Hey, you talking about? It's your host of the Nobles podcast. I'm here with a special guest. I got my girl Voyce here.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's Voyce.
Already. Man, 2020 has been up to some crazy things, y'all. I know everybody has heard about this coronavirus. Now, Voyce, real quick, what can you tell us about this coronavirus? Are you aware about it? What's going on with it?
I call it the carnivorous, to be honest with you. Like, man, I'm aware of it and I'm being precautious about it, but the whole thing I really think is just, government lead. It's alright. We're gonna get it together. That's all I gotta say.
Definitely.
We're gonna figure it out.
I was just learning more about it today. I was just so tragic. It was so tragic whenever they had to cancel South by Southwest just because of the virus. When I seen that, I was like, yo, this shit is for real. Then shortly after they canceled South by Southwest, which shout out to Ralph Norman. He actually told me about it and let me know. But at the time when he told me, he was like, bro, Smooth, like, hey, this shit can happen, but it might not happen. But then K Savage, he actually told me, he was like, nah, bro, that shit canceled. And I was like, damn, that shit sucked. Because, the whole team, we planned to go out there. But, after I saw that they canceled South by Southwest, I seen that they had the coronavirus. Y'all, excuse me. You got me from to call it what you tried to call it.
The carnivorous?
Yeah.
That's what it's doing. It's killing people. It must be carnivorous, bro.
It gotta be, because when I seen that they had it at UTA, yeah, that's when I knew, this hoe was approaching fast.
Hey, I hear they might be either moving Coachella or canceling Coachella because of it.
Man, that's some heat right there, man.
Look.
That's some heat right there. So, in other news, LeBron James, my guy, has put on a magnificent performance. I don't know if you into basketball at all, but my boy LeBron just put on a clinic this weekend.
I'm into it, but I haven't been up to date with the recent that's going on with the whole basketball world.
Right. Well, okay, just to give you a little insight, my boy LeBron, he's in his 17th season currently, doing magnificent things. He just beat Giannis and the Bucks, who have the best record in the NBA, and he just beat the Clippers, who have beat them twice already. And it's said, quote unquote, that they're supposed to win the finals, but clearly the king is coming for his motherfucking crown.
He ain't done fighting yet.
Facts, he ain't done fighting yet.
Season ain't over yet.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Look, she ain't even cleared her throat yet, y'all.
On other news, man, on the football side, man, these Cowboys, man, I'm gonna need y'all to get something together with Dak. I ain't gonna keep telling y'all.
Bro.
Man. Y'all need to sign my boy Dak to a contract ASAP.
You hear they got a new coach though, right?
Oh yeah, and I'm all for it.
I'm ready to see what next season finna be like.
Facts, me too. I'm just praying and hoping that my boy Dak is throwing it to my boy Amari.
I need at least to get into the playoffs. I need us to get into the playoffs. I don't know. We don't have to get a championship yet. I just need us to get into the playoffs, please, and stay in there for a little bit.
On some shit. And hey, I will second that.
Yeah, for real.
Most definitely. So go ahead and tell all your fans, how'd you get the name Voyce?
To be honest, I started off as D.Y.N Shine, so I went by D.Y.N.C. And then I just I went through a phase where I felt like I needed to develop as an artist. So in that phase, it also came with a name change. And actually, one of my homies helped me come up with it. My homie Junior, a long time ago, helped me come up with it. And it's spelled V.O.Y.C.E, like Royce.
So it's different.
Yeah, it's different. Okay. And to me, it stands for Victory Over Youth, Creation Everlasting.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's real dope.
It's got a meaning within a meaning,
Facts. And I think the name actually says a lot about you, to be honest.
Yes, it does.
So that pretty much already kind of tells us a little bit about you. So what else can you tell us about you that maybe we can't see from your name?
Man, I got I got different characteristics for different days and different times of the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one day, one morning you might catch me up here, the next day you might catch me right here, and then another day you might catch me right here, or I might just, I might just be solid up here for the whole week. So it's like
it's levels to this shit.
There's levels. You can't always be up here all the time. It's like everybody expects you to be one way, but it's like, hey, I go through life too. I gotta fluctuate just like everybody else, But for the most part, I'm pretty laid back, goofy, characteristic. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty easy to get along with. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. So, how old are you?
I gotta put my age out there like that.
Hey, now, hey.
He ain't supposed to ask me how old she is. But anyways, I'm about to be 20. I'm about to be 29 this year.
We gonna ask you all type of questions.
Look, I'm finna be 29 this year. I ain't ashamed to say it. I'm just saying, I'm finna be 29. I ain't ashamed to say it. I'm about to be at the bottom of the hill. Finna be 30 around the corner.
Right, most definitely. So, 30 around the corner. Where exactly is around the corner? Where are you from?
I'm actually originally from Plano. I was raised out in Plano. So basically, I've lived in Dallas or Texas my entire life. So this is my home.
Right.
Anywhere here is my home.
Okay. So Texas has been your home. How long have you been making music here in Texas?
Shit, I've been writing since I was little kindergarten. But I started music maybe 2010, 2009-ish when I went off to college, so around that time.
Right. Okay, so what would you say kind of inspired that?
Me?
It's just something that you just always just felt like?
I've always felt like I've always wanted to do music, but at the time I didn't have the resources.
Right.
And so when I actually got to college and I recorded my first song, it let me know then, it was like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, and see, that right there, what you just said is so key. And, D.Y.N, which is the sponsor and who has the Nobles podcast, we're a promotion company for artists. We try to actually help artists who don't have those resources and might need some help to either brand themselves, promote themselves. Hell, you can come on a Nobles podcast and get an interview. We try to do different things to help artists that are up and coming that don't necessarily have the money or don't necessarily have the resources, and we try to put them in position. So, yeah, man, you definitely in the right place, and I'm glad that you reached a point in your life where you can start to excel and get past some of those barriers.
Oh yeah. I feel like 2020 is gonna be a game changer for me. Definitely, I'm hoping for big things this year.
Big facts. So, do you have any siblings?
Yes, I got an older brother on my biological side. Got a younger brother on my adopted side, but I also have an older stepbrother on my adopted side too. So yeah, I was all boys. I'm the only girl.
So, who would you say you were the closest to?
I grew up with my younger brother because, like I said, I was adopted. So I didn't know my older brother until he found me through Facebook when I went to college. So yeah.
That's interesting. So at that point in time, like, take us back to that time. Like, where were you at that point in your life? And like, what was your music like at that point?
When my brother first found me?
Yeah, whenever you were in college.
Okay, so I hadn't even started music then.
Okay.
Like, to be honest, I had just got to college. I was still writing. So, like, I was still trying to figure out where my place was, and what career choice I wanted to pick. But at that time, I was still thinking about doing music. But when he found me, I don't know, it's like I've always had that feeling that, either I was going to find them or they was going to find me, one of the two. But
right.
The fact that he found me and the links that he took, because it was like he had sent me a message, but I didn't know who he was. Yeah. I didn't know his name or nothing.
So when did you, so you said you knew you were going to find him. When did you know that you were adopted? Or you always knew?
Yeah, pretty much since they said that when I was able to actually like comprehend and respond and like remember, you know, like so pretty much I don't know. I've known all my life that I was adopted. I just don't know when they told me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I wasn't one of them people, you know, they waited until they got older and it was
Yeah.
like, oh, hey, by the way, we're not your real family. Oh, thanks.
You see it on TV so much. It's crazy.
Man, they make a movie about it almost every other day.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, just because of the movie, I kind of thought, like, you know, that's how it was. So when you said what you said, I was kind of like, wow, so she always knew, you know?
Yeah, I've always known.
That's really interesting. That's real interesting. So let your friends know, where else can they find your music?
Definitely on Instagram, V.O.Y.C.E W.E.R.L.D, and then Facebook, V.O.Y.C.E Real Life Happens.
Right. And I remember you told me something about making a new SoundCloud. What can you tell us about your SoundCloud? Well, first of all, give them your original SoundCloud and let them know about this new SoundCloud you're about to make.
I don't even have my original SoundCloud. That's the sad part about it. It's been so long since I had that SoundCloud. That's why I said I need to create a new one. So that's why I'm on the verge of. But it's most likely gonna be called Voyce Werld anyways because that's what I'm promoting right now.
Right.
That's the name of my album that I'm trying to release next month. So.
Okay. Most definitely. So if y'all want to check my girl Voice out, y'all gonna have to.
Hold up! Don't do me like that.
Don't take it personally. I call everybody that.
No, it's
See,
okay. I understand though. I understand.
Most definitely. But yeah, if y'all want to catch her music, y'all definitely need to go at her at what?
And Voyce Werld 21 on Instagram and Voice Real Life Happens. Remember, it's V.O.Y.C.E.
Most definitely. We're gonna make sure that we have those links in the description below for y'all as well. Alright, so how did you know that you were an artist?
I've always known. I've always had a feeling, you know. I've always been a goofy character. Even growing up, it was like my mom always said you was either going to be an actress or you was going to do something musical. Plus, like, I grew up in the church. So, like, I grew up in the choir. I did choir in school, and then I did choir at my church. So I did, like, a bunch of solos. So it was like, it was already predestined that I was going to do something musical. I just didn't know what it was going to be yet.
Right. But you just knew, like, in your bones, in your spirit, like, okay, most definitely, that makes sense. So, who would you say, like, were some of your biggest influences in music?
I listen to a variety of people. That's why I consider myself a versatile artist. Right. Because I listen to a variety. I didn't just listen to one genre. I didn't just listen to one artist. So it's like I got influences from old school, new school. It's like I can go anywhere from like the Temptations to Alicia Keys type stuff. And it's just like, and then it's like with rappers, it's like, you know, you go from Queen Latifah, Da Brat, and all them to all the you know. So it's like I don't just listen to one person. I mean, I listen to country. I listen to dubstep, all that. There's no one specific artist that I can say really influenced me because music itself has influenced me.
And that's powerful. That's real powerful. I guess that's why your music's so damn powerful.
I'm deep. What can I say? I'm a lyrical rapper, bro.
Go check her out first.
Like for real.
So what else do you do besides music?
Right now, I mean, I work at CSL Plasma as a phlebotomist. That's pretty much my day job, you know. And then I put on my cape at night and then step into the music mode. So it's like I only have those two worlds right now that I'm trying to balance. And right now I'm trying to focus more on my music side.
Most definitely. So who would you say that you actually make your music for?
Everybody, the world, anybody who's willing to listen. I mean, a lot of my stuff is inspirational, and I know that it influences people in different ways. Cause it's like the fans that I do have that send me messages and stuff. They tell me about you know just listening to this song made me feel this way, and it inspired me to do this for this day. So it's just like just hearing that, and it's just like. And I mean, everybody's different, so it's like, however it influences you, that's how I feel like it should, It's like, with art, with like not Mozart, but like Picasso and all that. You know, everybody interprets music and art in their own different ways. So
Right.
it's like, however you interpret my music, if it influences you, then you know, by all means, take it, do it, do whatever you want with it. You know, it's yours.
Have you ever had like a fan maybe like give you some words about your music, like um, maybe something super positive or like something that maybe you didn't even expect to hear about your music?
Like I said, I hear that. I get it a lot. There's this one music site that I'm on. It's called Number One Music. That like I've only got like 3 songs on there, and it's like I get messages almost like weekly from there, from different people just saying like, hey, I wasn't even trying to like, you know, browse through here, and I just happened to, you know, listen to, you know, one of your songs, and it like changed my, you know, perspective about something, and it's
Right.
just like, I plan on, you know, I want to hear more, and it's like that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to give them more.
Yeah. So how like I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty dope to have a fan that actually like you know tell you some shit like that. So like when they said that to you, well, first of all, was it a male or was it a woman?
It was a female, but I get messages from both.
Facts. Okay. So when the woman came to you like that, like I don't know, how did that make you feel? Like, did you feel like you were doing your job? Like, did you feel fulfilled, justified? Or?
Yeah, I feel accomplished.
Yeah,
You know,
most
I was
definitely.
like, you know, my music did what it needed to do for that person at that particular time on that particular day. And so, like I said, however they interpret it, that's how, you know, I want you to take it out into the world. I don't want you to use it for negative. I don't make music for negative. I always make music for positive.
Right. So, on that note, what would you say is your opinion on the forward music scene right now?
What you mean? Like, is it...
Well, okay. Well, maybe a better question. Do you know what's all going on in the forward music scene right now?
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
I'm not really familiar with Fort Worth, so it's like...
Right.
I don't... I'm
Plano.
trying to get more good. Well, see, right now I'm in Lancaster, so I'm trying to get more acquainted with different areas of Dallas. So it's like I'm getting used to Grand Prairie right now. Like Arlington, I know a little bit about, but I don't know a whole lot about. So it's like I'm trying to get used to different places. But Fort Worth, I literally know nothing about. Oh, that's the only city I have not really ventured through yet.
Most definitely. And the crazy thing about what you just said is that's honestly how I feel like a lot of people think. Not even saying that you were saying it in a negative way, but I do feel like some people might try to say it in a negative way. You know, they might try to downplay Fort Worth on some shit and try to make it seem like, you know, when it comes to music, Fort Worth is just maybe not up to par or up to tier when in fact
Oh, see, that's not even
in
what I'm trying to say.
facts. I'm just saying
I'm not familiar with it, but
facts.
you know.
Yeah, no, but like I was saying, I just, you know, here at D.Y.N and the Nobles podcast, we just also want to shine a light to those artists in the forward and the DFW areas that are up and coming and, you know, got some hard ass music, some dope ass music that want to show the world like, yeah, like we can make some nice ass fire ass music too. Facts.
And see, on that same note, that's like kind of like a vision that I've always had. Like I wanted to, you know, bring up different artists like from different genres and have them all just come together. You know, just like, you know, everybody do their own little thing, but like, you know, still be like united as one. Because I feel like once we become united, this world would be so much different. This world would be so much better if we can just unite. And if music is the one thing that we can bring to unite everybody, you know, so be it. Let this world be a musical world. I'm pretty sure we would not have as much crime and as much, you know, hate as we have out here now.
I definitely would second that. And for those who are opposed, you know, hey, you know, you're entitled to your opinion. You know who you are, you know. But you can try to shine a light or hold a candle to the negative aspects that you feel are involved with music, but you definitely have to pay homage to all of the positive effects that music is having on the world. So with that being said, like that was a powerful ass message, Voyce. Most definitely.
I'm bringing power to the...
So okay, you're not super familiar on the Fort Worth music scene, but you know you're a rapper, so I know you know other rappers. So what's your opinion on the rap scene in general?
I mean, to be honest, there's some good music that's out there now, but it's not how it's not. I'm not saying that it needs to be how it used to be, but I'm just saying it's not at the point where it should be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we get there, and then we fall back.
Yeah.
We get there, and then we fall back. If we could just get there and just stay there, I think that we'd be gravy. But you know.
How do we fall back?
I would say there's a lot of politics involved, obviously, with a lot of things, and there's also a lot involved, especially with music. So I feel like when certain people get to a certain point, they lose the actual physical aspect of, you know, what they're creating.
Right.
And they become more involved in, like, quality over quantity, or like, you know, something simple like that. It is just like, I feel like in some ways rap kind of lost itself for a minute.
Right.
And it's trying to get back to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Where it used to be. And that's all I want to try to bring to it, is bring back that quality that it used to have, where it was actually music and about the music, and it wasn't about, you know, trying to get over on somebody, or trying to one up somebody, or trying to have beef with somebody or something like that.
Right.
You know, it wasn't about that. It was just, you know, people making music and having fun with it. And I think people have lost that sight, that thought, that feel.
Sure. Hopefully we can help unite that and bring that back to the game, man. I think that it's always room for improvement in that area. Facts. Like, and I think that, you know, today, Uzi, he just dropped the album, and I seen so many people showing love to his album. It was crazy. And to me, I just look at that and I say, man, that's growth, and that shit is so beautiful. You know what I mean? That artists can actually acknowledge another artist without feeling like I'm trying to say he's better than me or something. I mean, you don't have to feel like somebody better than you to appreciate their music.
Exactly.
Or say their music is good. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Facts.
Yep. True that.
So, what else can we expect from Voyce in 2020?
You can expect a lot, basically, from me. I know I'm dropping a new album next month, April 21st, called Voyce Werld. Voyce, V.O.Y.C.E.W.E.R.L.D. Voyce Werld. But yeah, that's gonna be the first project I do. But I'm definitely working on more, and you definitely gonna be seeing me a whole lot more in 2020.
All right, most definitely. All right, guys, it's been real. It's your host of the Nobles podcast. Before we go, though, we're going to actually have to have you sign the D.Y.N poster. It's a tradition that we have here on the Nobles podcast.
Bet.
Most definitely. All right, y'all. Let's give it up for our special guest Voyce one more time. I'm your host. I'm your host, Smooth AQ, a.k.a. Who's Smoother Than Me, a.k.a. Nobody. What's good, everybody? It's your host of the Nobles podcast, Smooth AQ, a.k.a. Who's Smoother Than Me, a.k.a. Nobody. Hey, you talking about? I'm here with Voyce. We about to make history as she signs this D.Y.N poster. Also, I got the CEO making an appearance, a special guest appearance. Man, this dude, he only come out when we bring the legends out, I guess.
Only when the goldfish are out.
Yeah.
Snacking on the goldfish.
For sure. Let's get into it. She said she want to be in the club. Yes, sir. Alright, y'all seen it here first. We got Voyce to sign the D.Y.N poster. She just made history. That's it that we have for the Nobles podcast. I'm your host, Smooth AQ. Who's smoother than me? Nobody. What you talking about?